Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody. So let's take a look again on the euro currency. So you consider the price action has not a lot of differences compared to the Friday action, and in general we're waiting here for something big. So indeed we have great hopes that since market stands in the all-time and real significant support area in the monthly chart, on the weekly you could see this confluence on the dollar index and euro currency as well. So this is also an agreement with the big ABCD pattern. So it's really a good chance to get something that led us to be in the trading process with a few patterns that might last for a few weeks maybe. And that's really great. So for example, on the daily chart, as we discussed on Friday, who knows, maybe potentially we will get the hand and shoulders pattern, which rather extended and could lead the market to pull back to the 20-50 area. And on the way while this will be formed, we could get few interesting trading steps. For example, here we could get the chance to go long. Then we'll see, maybe we will trade step by step this head and shoulders and then start to trade it when this will be formed right from here in the final long position to the 21-20 area. But the problem here, or the feature of the current situation, is then so that while market is forming this pattern, it is rather extended and it needs time to be formed. And in such environment, on the intraday charts, the price action stands not very directional. So you will have to, if you would like to trade the market right now, you will have to probably watch for some very small trading setups, limited potential, and in short term on the time frame. So it will be hourly chart maybe. So currently on a daily chart, the one thing that probably we could keep an eye on is possible double repo buy pattern, because as I said, market stands at this support market on the dollar index. It's already is forming something of that kind with this moving average. In general, the thrust down looks not bad, especially with this recent acceleration. No close above the 3x3 with the whole thrust down. Minor retracement has happened here, but it's no closing above the 3x3, and this is sufficient for us to treat it suitable for Jordan-Napoli patterns. In the current environment, it is more logical to counter the double repo, because we need to pull back with our pattern that's rather significant. It should be kind of the local reversal pattern that could trigger this action. The brand body here is not quite logical. Besides, here we do not have close above the 3x3 by far, and well, I would hope that we will get still something here in the bottom that led us to take the long position. On the daily chart, as I said, it might be double repo. So on the lower time frame, here's a few moments. But first, on a daily, last thing, recall our extension discussion and take a look at the 1618 stayed around 1512. For the hand and shoulders, it is more typical to get the 1618 extension, but sometimes 127 also happen. So if somehow we will get the drop lower and reaching of the 1512, I will not be surprised too much with this type of action. Besides, if you will take a look at the action in this area, on the 4 time frame chart we have another ABCD pattern with the XOP. It stands precisely at the same area, 1512. But as I said again, this is not the fact that we definitely will get it. So we should be focused on the patterns here, because well, major monthly and weekly target already has been hit. All these local targets have no special meaning for overall situation, because if market here will form some clearly bullish reversal pattern, we should ignore the XOP here. The primary object is appearing with the patterns right at an area where the major target already has been hit. That's why take a look what we have on lower time frames. Better to start from the hourly, because this picture that you see here will be logical continuation to the hourly chart. Let's take a look on the hourly chart. We've got nicely looking ABCD pattern based on the minor hand shoulders that we discussed on Friday. And we said this is definitely not the pattern that we are searching for because it's too small. But it still could be used for intraday trading, as I said. Currently, guys, on lower time frames, we stand in the clear environment of the Jordan-Napoli trading process. So we currently have only a MACD or a trend that we could trade. So this is no directional pattern, so we're trading purely trend if you would like to. So after the initial ABCD pattern, Gartley's triple to sell has been formed. Market shows the proper reaction. That was also the bread and butter sell on a 4-hour time frame chart, as you will see later. Now it is completed. This market has completed 618 support, 1592. Now it's turning up. This level has the special meaning to the ongoing process of the upward action. And it answers the questions whether another A, B, C, D larger pattern we will get, or market will just start dropping. Market, to keep the bullish context, has to stay above the 618 area. So it means if you would like to go long, for example, make the trade on a trend direction here, this is the point that you could consider. That will be your invalidation point. So with the placing stop somewhere below this area. Hourly trend stands bearish, but we, following the Jordan-Napoli practice and approach to the trading process of the trend direction, we faded against 4-hour bullish trend. That shows that market stands just in a retracement. So all the drop here is just a retracement. So we fade bearish trend on the hourly chart against the bullish direction on the 4-hour time frame chart. And we need that the direction of the trend on the 4-hour time frame chart remains bullish. So that is necessary condition for a trading process here. Then next thing, you could see that line stands very close, and here you could keep an eye on the possible bullish grabber that might be formed later on the 4 time frame chart. If market will remain above major support on the hourly chart and form bullish grabber here, that will be much better. That's enough confidence for taking the long position and hope that we will get greater and ABCD pattern somewhere to the 1675. So this is in general how the process stands. You control the trend. You're searching chance, or you're looking for one time frame down, and watch for a proper support area. Trend stands bearish. When market hits it, you consider taking the long position with the stops below this area and turn back to the 4 time frame chart, watching what will happen. Controlling the pairing of the grabber, for example, and controlling the trend. So we need to see that the trend will remain bullish. If trend will change to the bearish, this probably will happen already when the market will break the 618 support. Then it means that the short-term trade is over and the market was not able to show the upward action. In this case, be prepared for taking out of this loss and further drop. That's the reason why I said I will not be too surprised with the possible action to the 1512, if it will happen. But this actually currently makes sense only for daily chart. For intraday charts, all the things that you need to keep an eye on is just this process that you see here and support on the hourly chart. That's all actually that we could do currently. So, as a conclusion, in general, we are waiting for some bigger patterns that might be formed on the daily chart, on the 4 time frame chart. And while we are waiting, you probably will have only one single option, is to make the trades on a trend direction. So here's approximately I have explained how it could be done. But as you understand, since it's not the directional patterns, this is not the patterns in general. That's why it has, well, not obvious background and chances that, well, it's just a bit more difficult, and a result of the success, the chance on the success, a bit lower than usual.